kids, who's ready to adult?
Nobody.
No, really nobody.
No.
No, but we're gonna do it anyway.
We're gonna do it.
Okay. All right, so today we're going to be talking about embarrassing stories that we experienced when we were at work.
Okay.
All right. And,
First, I'm gonna say I like this sweater.
thank you. It's my girl power sweater.
Yes.
Yay!
You feeling empowered?
I am. Well, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Spice Girls, and you know anything promoting girl power, I'm all about. I know, right? It's such a surprise. You would never have guessed that about me.
It's kind of powerful.
Kinda. All right. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I can go.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay, so mine is, oh God, it's great. So when I was younger, I had my license. I was probably like 20. I think I was around 20. And I bought a car, and my mom had a license plate on her car that was like a custom plate, and it was KY girl for Kentucky girl, and because we're from Kentucky. So when I got my car, I was like, no, I want to be that too. I want to have a personalized plate, so I got KY girl too. So
How'd that go?
I thought it went great.
Why?
Because every time I would drive, like, you know how awesome a girl feels when she's driving down the road and like dudes are like pulling up next to you and they're like, and you think it's because you're attractive, right? Because why would they? There's no other reason why a guy would do that, right?
Of course.
There isn't. I mean, in my mind, I was hot. Like,
Right.
I was attractive.
You still are. Hello.
So I like that. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, so I'm sitting at a light in my hometown, and I had my windows down because again I smoked like an idiot. So, but anyways, I had my windows down and had whatever music on, and sitting at this light, and all of a sudden I hear someone yell, "Hey KY girl, are you from Kentucky or do you like it up the butt?" Now me, being the person that I am and naive, because I was naive, because I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Like it up the butt? Like, ew, no. So, of course, then I go home. I'm like, Mom. My mom had no idea either.
Had nothing like that ever happened to your mom?
Nope. Well, she had, in her defense, she had Kentucky Wildcats around hers. She
so
had
there was
that plate.
context. I see, yes.
I didn't have that plate.
You just looked
I should have had
free and
that.
really into lube.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so long story, even longer.
Oh yeah, work. How does
It's
this
the
do
work
with
thing. I was at my first Christmas party. This was like, I just started this job in April because he let me go when, it was 2 days after my 21st. He was like, you need to go out and get it out of your system. Dude, awesome boss. So I started on the 24th. And so December comes around and they have the Christmas party and it's at Damon's. And I say that because I worked at Damon's and I remembered that I had KY girl there too. So I don't know why nobody said anything to me. I've worked with these people. Anyway, so we're sitting there and my boss, who I had no idea knew anything about
jelly,
anything. Like, he didn't know about it. He was like, he gets up and he's starting to say like, oh, everybody, Christmas, thank you for everything you do. And then he decided he wanted to tell a great story about his new admin. And he tells a story about the road. Just me sitting in the road, you know, and the guy yelling KY up the butt
that
thing.
story. He told that story.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Oh.
I'm like, where did you? Okay, so mind you, don't know his wife. His wife
Oh no.
Bends over and looks at me and goes, "Did you do this on purpose?"
Oh no.
And
Oh.
I am literally like, oh my God. Mind you, by then I was married. And I got pregnant, right? So I'm pregnant.
Oh, so you can't even drink
I
to like
can't
drown the
drink.
humiliation. No. Oh.
I have to deal
Oh,
with
no.
it with all my hormones and pregnant. And my husband was young. He was 20 and it was the 17th. And I could just see on his face, he really wanted a drink. Because, you know, his wife looks like an idiot. So he just wanted a beer so bad. Well, my husband didn't turn 21 until the next day.
So he had to enjoy it all sober too.
Yes. So that was
Yay, adulting.
so memorable for us.
Now, I believe you brought a visual aid to go
I
with
did.
this story.
I really did, because, you know, you can't make it up, right? You just can't. So this, not one of my finest moments.
Nice.
And you know, I paid $50 to have this on my car on purpose.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
Yes. So,
Okay, so my embarrassing work story is just a little bit different. So, actually, all of the stories that I prepared for our shoot today were all from the same job. Okay, so I embarrassed myself 3 times. Same job. It was when I was working for a newspaper and media company in Dallas, Texas,
Nice.
and they had just hired me to start an analytics program and help find new viewers and readers. And my boss was really excited to introduce me to the other executives at the other newspapers, and so I set up a meeting so that I could talk to the other CEOs and SVPs of marketing and explain like how the program was going to work and why I thought we would be able to, you know, really see success with it. And back in the day, you know, that was before we had Teams or Skype or Zoom or all the calls that we're on now, and every executive had their own dedicated like conference line, and you would get it like on a little credit card. And so I had mine, and I typed in what I thought was on the card in the meeting invite. And so meeting time rolls around, and I pick up the phone to dial into the conference line, ring, and I hear, "Hello, you hot, horny caller." Click! And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fired. I accidentally called a porn line from work. I was like, oh my God, shake it off, because I was so nervous. I was meeting these executives. So shake it off. Okay, poof. And so I open up my calendar and I type in exactly the numbers that are on the Outlook invite. Ring. "Hello, you hot, horny caller." Oh my God, that number is in the meeting invite, which means that executives at other newspapers are enjoying that same experience.
No.
And so I'm on email fury. I typed it wrong, and I'm looking at the card, and the real number was like 1-888 whatever, but I had typed in the meeting invite 1-800 whatever, and it was the hot, horny caller line. And so the meeting got started like 10 minutes late, and I get on the phone, and my boss at the time was like, "Really glad there was a mix-up. Was a little worried you were inappropriately excited about analytics." I mean, I do get excited about analytics,
not
but
that excited.
No. So that was great. And every time I scheduled any meetings with any of those people, they always accepted right away. Because, I mean, you never knew it was going to happen with me, really. I didn't even know it was going to happen with me. So,
They
yeah.
were probably excited.
That was pretty, that was exciting. Yeah, it was. Like, woo. Woo. Talk about making a big first impression.
Yes.
Which actually leads me to my second story.
Oh my God. Okay, well.
Same job.
Wow.
About a year later, the initiative that I led was extremely successful, and we were looking at moving it from the newspaper properties to the television properties. And so, yes, and so this was back in the day. The media company was, think traditional business company, right? So the executives didn't mingle with the regular people so much, and even though we all worked in the same skyscraper in downtown Dallas, like the executives kept to the top floors, and if you ran into one of them on the elevator, you minded your P's and Q's, you know, and made, you know,
So professional.
quiet little conversation and all that good stuff. And so I was really nervous, and I wore my favorite black suit that I thought I looked pretty killer in, and I had a nice little black blouse to go with it, and then I had my white glasses, you know, I was doing my my whole look, right? And because I was nervous, I, you know, superstition, I wanted to wear my lucky purple underwear, which is my favorite underwear. Well, it was at the time. I don't have it anymore. That was years ago. I'm not still hanging on to those undies. Anyhow, well, it turns out I'm upstairs shaking the hands of the chairman of the board and all of the board members and the senior executive team across all the newspapers and all the media. And I happened to, as I'm walking over to shake somebody else's hand, just glanced and saw my reflection in a mirror across the room and saw a bright pop of purple, and that's when I realized I had left the barn door open and my fly was down. And it wasn't just down and you weren't sure if it was down, like the bright pop of purple really showcased the fact that my fly was down. And I started to notice other people's eyes sort of dipping down, and I was like, what do I do? You know, so it's typically my guiding principle in any awkward executive situation is, what would a man do? Like, if there were a man. So
that's scary.
I pondered it. I shook the fella's hand that I was being introduced to, and I said, excuse me just a minute. Zip, and I just, you know, proudly zipped right there. I was like, I'm going to acknowledge the problem. I'm going to address it. I'm going to do what I think a man would do.
Oh my God.
And he was like, yeah. And you could tell he'd never been in that social situation either. And then we just sat down and had our meeting.
God.
It was really great. It was pretty great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, kids, if you're ever getting big, dressed up for some kind of business occasion, make sure your breeches match your ensemble. So in case your fly's down, it's not obvious. If I'd been wearing black underwear, you know, nobody would have noticed. So yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Go for superstitious socks. That's my point.
That's a good idea.
That's not my point at all. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I would do that.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Well, mine, that's funny because mine has something to do with purple. It's a little weird. So have you ever like gotten dressed in the morning and you're like, oh my God, well, yeah, you do. Because you went through that.
I did.
So I got dressed and I'm like, oh my God, my jeans fit me great. I look good. And I go to work, get me a cup of coffee, sit on my desk, stand back up, take a step, and I feel something go down my leg. It wasn't pee. But
did your period start?
No, like I just felt something go down my leg and I'm like, what the hell? And I look down. After you lose a lot of weight, you feel confident. So you go to like Victoria's Secret and you buy those cute little sexy underwear, right? Well, those cute little sexy underwear, I must have forgot a dryer sheet.
Oh no.
And it got stuck to my pant leg, my jeans, and when I walked, it loosened and they fell on the floor at work, like right there. So it would have been great if no one was around.
Oh no, that's what I was just about to ask you. Oh no.
There were two guys that I've worked with for a long time. Right there. And
did they notice?
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait, hold on, which one? Still whisper in my ear. Just oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how did they react?
No. Not good. No. So me the person that I am again, I didn't know what to say. And so I bent over and I picked them up off the ground and I was like, well, at least they're not dirty. God.
Did they say anything?
I mean, they couldn't really say much from laughing.
Okay. Did they tell anybody else about
Uh-huh.
it? Oh God. Wait, was this when we worked together?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was on the top floor, you know. It was on there, yeah.
Oh, even the newer building.
Yes.
Oh, so okay, all right. Wow.
Yeah, it was Yeah.
That must have been a big day on the 5th floor.
It was great. Very memorable.
I bet.
And the worst part, you don't know where to put your underwear when you're on the floor.
Well, what did you do
I
with
put
them?
them in my pocket. Yep, that's my story.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just continue on that theme, and I'll tell you my last story, which I wish there had been underwear involved in this particular story, which involved unfortunate nudity. And
Bye.
not me.
Oh.
I was fully dressed.
I was
but
like, come on now.
again, same job,
Woo!
and I'd moved into a role where I was using analytics to come up with new product development, and at the time we were rolling out a platform very similar to Yelp, right? So it was a platform where people could leave reviews about local businesses, and this particular platform also allowed users to create a profile and a sort of an about them page. And so I'm in Houston, Texas, so I was on a road show introducing this platform to all the different TV stations, and I was in Houston, Texas, and I don't remember her name, but the lady that ran it had a really strong personality, and she had a thick Texas accent like this, and so she had all them sales fellas and ladies in the conference room for me. And
Southern Belle.
yes,
Yes.
and the high hair closer to God
closer to
thing.
God.
Yep. Just wonderful woman. I if you're watching, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, I don't remember your name, but you were awesome. And so I'm clicking around and I'm showing the sales team and the other executives doing a live demo explaining how the platform works. And I was like, yep, and you can see here, so-and-so's dry cleaners, like 4 stars out of 5, and here's some open text reviews, and you can see this nice lady left a review. And if you want to learn more about this nice lady, you just click here and it'll bring up her profile. And so the screen is slowly like filling in this conference room, and the lady who had left the review was totally in flagrante. She was 100% in the nude, and to top it all off, she was a little person.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and was obviously using her profile to attract suitors as well. And so the lady at the Houston TV station was like, woo! I saw a naked, I'm not going to say what she said because I don't think we use that word anymore, but at the time that was the appropriate word. It was the M word, for those of you who follow the little people community. Yeah, and she was like, well, this is just great. I can't wait to see what you demo next. And I was like, oh my God, totally lost control of the whole meeting. Like, people could not stop laughing.
No.
How about we go back to her profile? No! Yeah!
Oh, did they love it when they got like meeting invites from you?
Oh my goodness, like that company, they were like, oh boy, April wants to talk to
Yes,
us.
I would totally, anytime I would get like an invite, I'd be like, yes, I'm
I
taking it.
can't wait to see
I
this.
had another meeting, but nope, you're scheduling that, boy, because this is going to be fun.
Well, how about you? You got a third one?
I don't think I do. Do I
Okay.
have a no.
No? Okay, all right.
I didn't have a third one. I'm sure if I thought hard enough, but the underwear and the
Yeah, no, that's
really,
a winner. Yeah, no.
it topped it for me.
All right, well,
Yeah.
kids, if you've ever had embarrassing moments at work, you can tell us about them in the comments down below, because, it happens to the best of us.
Yes.
And,
Mm-hmm.
woo, and sometimes it sticks with you years later. Like, it's been a good 15 years since that happened, and it was about 15 years ago that happened.
21.
Oh my God. Sometimes when you really embarrass yourself, you never forget it, but that's okay, because it makes a good story
Yeah.
at a party.
My husband saved it.
Of course he did.
I'm never gonna get rid
I
of
have
that.
so many inappropriate comments. I'm just going to keep them to myself. Okay, well, thanks, kids. Well, until we can get together again, y'all keep your head up. Remember to like and subscribe.
You got